How'd you like my first clickbaity thumbnail? It's these mats. These are the mats that I'm talking about. Roller mats, or mats that are normally used for back handspring drills. These are the mats that can help you immensely for your entire Raiz chain. Gumbi, Sailor Moon, Raiz, Touchdown Raiz, all of them. A quick note before we get started, this mat is a little too small for my size, but you can also use a smaller mat if you need to, but you probably want to use a mat that's a little closer to your hip height, because it's going to help you when you're actually going for this, because if you're using something like this, then you're going to have to bend your arms a little bit, or you're going to have to place your back on it a little bit more. So just try to get something that's closer to your hip height rather than closer to like mid-thigh height, but both can be used if that's all you got. But anyway, let's go ahead and work with this mat. Hey guys, my name is Zach Ferguson, and this channel is all about helping you guys reach your tricking goals. I may not be the best tricker, but hopefully my experience can help you guys become the best. This is a tutorial on how to use this mat to improve your entire Raiz chain. But also, you can just straight up use them to learn how to do all these movements. This is going to help you because you can go really slow and kind of figure out what these movements feel like without having to go fast, because when you're learning these, especially Raiz and even Gumbi, if you're not flexible, you have to go pretty fast. So there's not much time to think and like feel out what you're actually doing. So it's a lot easier if you can use a mat to kind of feel out what you're doing, because then you can go slow. But I've got a class coming in really soon, so let's go ahead and get to it. So this is going to be my warm up, because I am not warmed up at all. So if I can do this as a 31-year-old old guy, then hopefully you guys can do this too. You should probably work on some bridges or something like that before doing this, and warm up your wrists and all that kind of stuff. But I got time for that. So if you twist to your left, then what you're going to want to do is kick backwards with your left leg. So you're kicking like this, and you're kicking off to the side when you actually kick backwards for your Raiz or Gumbi or anything. That's something that I see a lot of people do. They'll kick straight back, or they'll just barely kick at all. Kicking to the back and to the side is going to give you the actual proper hip position as you start. So it's actually going to be a lot easier to reach that eagle position and spot. So make sure you kick back and to the side, you'll see. So if you twist left, what you're going to do is you're going to start with your right leg pretty darn close to this. Eventually we're going to be back, but right now start really close. And then you're going to set up like you're going to do like a machine, transformer, or gorilla. And you're going to plant your right hand down next to the block. And then you're going to kick backwards with your left leg, and that is going to help you get up onto this block. Your goal is to reach a bridge position. You may go really far forward and finish it too early, but right now, just reach that bridge position. I'll show you. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is slowly work yourself back. By the way, we're starting with Gumbi, then we're going to do Sailor Moon, then we're going to do Raiz, then we're going to do Touchdown Raiz. So once you can reach a bridge position, your goal is to slowly come out of it so that you are in an eagle position, landing on your left leg, pushing through with your left hand as hard as you can, and making sure that you stand up really slowly, like this. That was correct, but it was a little fast, so I'm going to try and show you a little slower. Basically, your idea or your goal is to just get your body in the same shape as this backwards, because most people, when they do their Raiz, when they're first learning it, it's really hard, or Gumbi or Raiz chain. Anytime I say Raiz in this video, I mean the whole thing, unless I mean specifically Raiz, or I say specifically Raiz. But basically pushing forward with your hips like this, using your glutes, is what you need to do to reach your Raiz position. You kind of have to arch, but most people will arch from their upper body and leave behind their lower body. Their lower body has to arch too, and this is the shape you need to make as you're kicking backwards. So this mat will help promote that shape for you. Basically, the whole point of this is to make sure that you kick backwards with that initial leg, making the arch position and still being able to know what you're doing and know where you're spotting and how to plant your hands. So with Gumbi, what we want to do now to improve it is we're going to get a little farther from the mat, just a little bit farther back. And then what you're going to do is when you plant that hand, try to turn it backwards a little bit, because if you plant it forward, it's going to be hard to rotate for the actual Gumbi. You're going to plant that hand a little backwards, try to get to the bridge, and then try to go faster, but still go in that eagle position. It's okay if you swing your leg, but if you tap your leg on the ground right now, then that's not good, just because we're trying to get control and we're trying to really hone in that eagle position. So we're going to go a little bit faster and just drill a few Gumbis, trying to go farther and farther away from it. You want to make sure that your momentum is going forward as you kick sideways. You don't want to be going sideways. I'll show you sideways and then I'll show you kicking forward sideways and you'll see the difference. Okay, and so once you can do it relatively fast and you know you're making the correct shape, what you should do is try to do it with only your planting hand. Don't touch your second hand down. So in my case, I twist left. That means that is my right hand planting, and then I don't touch my left hand. The reason being is most beginners will rush to that left hand if they're going on that side, and then it keeps their hips closed and their shoulders closed. And basically, if you don't plant that hand, then you have to do the Raiz shape with your hips, or else you'll fall down. So I'm gonna show you a few attempts, trying to not put my left hand down. And then when I try to do that without the mat, I'm going to be forced to catch on that left hand. So I'm going to try and do my Gumbi now, but I'm gonna try and do it, wait as long as I can before I touch that left hand down. And that personally helps me a lot to get my Gumbis faster and faster. Once you get this down, if you want to add that little leg turn thing, then it's as easy as stepping, pointing in the direction you want to go, and then doing your Gumbi from that gorilla stance, but with a swing, kind of like this. And it looks like the kids are here, so the concept is the same with Sailor Moon, Raiz, and Touchdown Raiz. I'm just gonna show you Raiz and then Touchdown Raiz so I can teach these kids. All right, I gotta teach this class. Hopefully that helped you guys. Please let me know in the comments below if it helped you. And if you need any more tips on this, I'll let you know down below, because it's a little more rushed than I wanted it to be, but I got about 4 minutes till class starts and I gotta put on my mask and such. So, if you wanna help me on my quest to 1,000 subs, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this and tutorials. Until next time, please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys later.